Hello dear Cancerians, I do hope that you are all beautifully well. My name is Bella, and if you're watching me for the first time, I am a psychic. So I intuit the messages that I get from my spirit guides to give you some guidance about your love life in the month of November. However, I am starting to do things a little bit differently. So I will start off by intuiting the messages, and then I'm going to pull a few cards for you. Now, before I even start, very similar to, I think, Sagittarius' energy, you've got the energy of somebody who is trying to remain hidden from even me. And there will be a reason for that. And we are going to dig into it because this person doesn't want you to know what they're doing, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. But we will get to it because I have the message I kind of want to first give you guys before I even go into anything is that you guys in particular, out of all the signs I've read for so far, need to protect your energy massively. Spiritually, everything. Protection, protection, protection. Your spirit guides are doing their best, but I just feel like the person that you're here for, and this is about a person, so if you're looking about somebody new, this is not for you. Very similar to Sagittarius reading. This is about a person in your life, person that you are connected to, person that's in your thoughts. They don't want you to see this, but they also, spirit is saying you need to protect yourself at this time from their energy. And we're going to dig into why that is, because it's complicated. So, firstly, I'm back. For those of you who haven't seen me for a long time, I've been on a bit of a social media break. I have also been doing some stuff on TikTok too. And I've also been writing a book, 100 Days of Psychic Exercises, that helps people unlock their extrasensory abilities, because everybody can do what I do. And that book is linked down below, just like the links to all my services down below. And if you like this video, there is an extension to this video also too, because I know for a fact this is a deep one and we want to unpick it. So there will be an extension to this also as well. So shall we get into this person's energy? Right, the reason why Spirit is saying protection is because basically what I get from this person is that they are energetically, whether they are aware of it or not, and some of them are aware of it from either a spiritual perspective, or some of them just because of how their mind works, they're quite low vibrational, they're quite controlling energy. So again, even if they're not aware of this kind of stuff, their energy is quite controlling. They want to keep you waiting. They want to keep you pining for them. They want to keep you thinking about them. They are manifesting you. They are manipulating. They are breadcrumbing. They are in and out. They are weird. They are confusing. Deliberately, because it's almost like I heavily get it's about control, but I also get that it's about them waiting for when they're ready, which is really unfair to you. Obviously this is general reading, so I'm trying to make this broad, but I do get for some people you're definitely dealing with some narcissists also as well. But not everybody. And because you're getting this energy, because there is a connection which feels quite karmic, dark, because they're not dealing with their stuff. So what I've been saying to a lot of people, because it happens to be true this year, and half the partnerships where there's soul connections or otherwise have been dealing with getting rid of ego, their toxic behaviours, and healing past stuff to be more vulnerable, to be more authentic and honest. And then there's the other half of people that are having to find their self-worth, healing from their anxious anxiety styles, being stronger emotionally, walking away from things that don't serve them. So that there's balance, so that if those partnerships come back together, it has to be without that, things not being equilibrium. And I can see that you have really tried to intuit what's going on. You've tried to dig deep spiritually. You've probably looked at a lot of these videos to try and piece together what the hell is happening with my person. Why are they here but not here? Why do I still think about them? Why is it that I can't let go of them? Why is it? Because my guides are saying for some of you, not only do you dream about them, but you might have even been forced into astral projections. You might even see them at the corner of your eyes. Like, some of this is deliberately spiritual on their side. And some of it is just because of their energy is so entangled with yours, but in such a controlling way that they are literally like energy vampires, but it feels like you're being forced out of yourself. So if some of you are feeling very discombobulated, it's very much about this person's energy. So any separation that you've had from them is good, but I don't think this person allows you to separate from them long enough, one way or the other. They seem to trigger you. And even if that's just because they post something on social media, or you hear something from a friend or a family or something, it feels again quite deliberate from them. They want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you waiting. And they also want to know that you still are interested in them. It's really unfair, balanced energy because they are waiting until they are ready, if at all. For some of them, where they've got this narcissistic tendency, they are trying to keep you in this place because in some twisted way, it makes them feel happy and secure, but it keeps you dangling like a puppet. And I hate to be dark, but I like to be real in my readings. That's the energy that I'm getting. So protection, protection, protection. How do you do that? Firstly, cut off this person. Cut off this person for the time being. You really do have to find every way. Don't look at social media posts. Block them. Ask people if you've got mutual friends to not share information with you. You need a clean break. I feel very, very much that this person, because they are not healing, they're in their controlling energy, that the only way that they can get to their healing energy or be any good for you is very much they need to feel the absence of your energy in every type of way in order for them to have any chance of progressing with themselves, let alone with you. Now, because I was struggling so much, because I can see what they're doing, and I was saying with my spirit, could you let me in to them to find out, like, cognitively what's going on? Why? Apart from obviously a handful of them being narcissists, which, you know, there's kind of no help there for people with that personality type. But for the others, for the other larger majority, like, what's going on? And Spirit couldn't tell me because the energy of those, they're still blocking that. So I'm going to use some cards, and also because this is general, to try and eke out the themes, because it will be different for different people. Like, why are they doing this? Because for you, I just get that it's been mental anguish, mental torture. You've been grieving, then have hope, and all you want is peace. All you want is to just play happy families and just be together and just things to be nice. Like, it's almost like you ask yourself, why does it have to be this complicated? Why are you making it this complicated when it doesn't need to be? And I have to say, it is not you, my lovelies. It is all about them and their energy, and they are poisoning you with that energy. They are, whether you're aware of it or not, they are dragging you into their toxic cycles that they have not managed to let go of, because they have a real need to need you in their life, even though they're not ready. And I hate to be that blunt, but someone's got to tell you. So let's see the themes. And again, I'm going to read these slightly differently because I feel like it's going to be many different themes depending on who you're working with. So again, they need to change their perspective. So a lot of them, again, is about understanding and changing perspective. This goes right back to what I was just saying in terms of they need to feel the absence of you. In them to have an epiphany, to have an awakening, for them to heal, they need the release of your energy. They can't rely on it. They can't suck from it. They need a change of perspective. They have a very skewed perspective about relationships and social interactions and everything that they need to work out, and it has to be done separate from you because it's infiltrating your energy, and that's why you might find yourself quite often in a low vibration because of them. What other players? Some of them are just darn players. They are immature. They want to pretend like they've got everything. They've been sitting in their ego for way too long. They think that the dog's bollocks, basically, and they're not, and they've got player energy. So you've got some people, you know, this can again be a combination. Maybe they're a player and they need to change their perspective because it's very skewed and messed up. Again, this could be also individual. They seek you because you have everything that they don't have. Again, this will definitely 100% apply for those that are narcissists. They lack emotional empathy and capability, and they see it in you, and so they need your energy. They need your focus. They need you to be on the shelf. They need you as a supply. You're not a supply. You are not a supply. And for others of you, I'm struggling to interpret this one because this can mean different things, but the feeling that I'm getting from Spirit regarding this Three of Wands energy in terms of why they like this is again, there's two things my guides are saying. They have something they had to resolve from their past, but they have a view of the future that again is very skewed. If I put this with the Hangman, it's very skewed, the way that they are, the way they perceive how the future should roll out. Like for some of you where they're, mid 40s, 50s, if they're that old, it won't be for everybody, but this is definitely midlife crisis kind of energy, where again, they start thinking about the future in very skewed ways. What do they want? What ultimately do they want with you? The ones that aren't narcissists. It's narcissists only want you as a supply. They do want a happy ever after with you. They do see you. You've known them for a long time. This is the Six of Cups. This is somebody from your past. They do feel like they have a past life connection with you. They see you as somebody who they trust, that they feel secure with. I want to take this card a little bit further because I feel like they are the little child. They see you as the stronger one, the parent a little bit. They want you to nurture them, again, to give. But they're acting childish. They can't offer you something back, not yet, but they need, like, there's definitely some mummy daddy issues going on with this person that they need to resolve, again, which will go back to the healing aspect. And what they want is that they're looking in the wrong direction. They want, and this is why they've been in their ego, they want things that are unattainable, and they're not looking at what they do have, which is love and support and your energy, and giving back into that in a valid way. They're far too busy looking at the things that they want and what they could have, what they can fantasize about, that would make them feel what they think they would feel as being tangible. Again, quite midlife crisis energy, or very ego energy, where somebody expects that if they suddenly, if I have a shiny car, then my life will be better. Or if I have, 6 girls running after me, then my life will be better. But actually they're hollow inside. And lastly, what do they really want? They do want to be loved, and they do want to offer love, but they've got such a skewed view on things and perspective that they're struggling. And even when they get it from you, or had got it from you when you were offering it to them, or even if you still are, they get it and then they're like, okay, I'm off. I just wanted to know that they were still there because I'm not ready. But I want them. My guide's advice to you at this stage, before I do an extended, is that they're basically saying to you that you need to focus on yourself. You need to protect yourself. You need to focus on yourself. You need to cut them off. You need to raise your self-worth and your energy. And it can't be done while they're in this negative point of view. And it's not just about, it's almost like my guides are saying they know that they say things to you and then they don't follow through with them. You can't rely on their words anymore. It has to be backed up with actions. And also they need the absence of you. You need it also too, so that you can step into some power. And this month is all about that, because you need to get ready for the next cycle of soulmates, which will either be with them or with somebody new. Quite frankly, I'm not going to lie to you. This person's energy in your life doesn't feel like they're good for you right now. In the extended, we're going to look to see whether they can conquer that in the long term. But I would feel here that November for you regarding your love is not necessarily about things improving or things, somebody coming back. This is about the start of that process where they heal and get perspective and you heal and get self-worth. I think this is going to play out over a few months for you then to decide whether they will be your soulmate, your long-term partnership, or whether somebody else will. But I'm going to have a look in the extended about whether that's true or not, or whether there's a possibility of it being sooner rather than later. So if you're interested, the link to the extension is just down below, and I hope that helps.